What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love and Marriage DC season 1, episode 7. Girl, I've been talking all day. This is the fourth video that I've done today, and I got to decide whether or not I'm gonna stay up and do P Valley or do it when I wake up. Either way, I might watch it and then record it tomorrow. Either way. Girl, episode 7, Monique in the middle. So the episode starts off with Monique. She's going to the radio station. Of course, she accepted the position for the new morning show on 95.5 WPGC. Yeah, okay. There you go. Whatever. And she was like, this is good, but that waking up and being there early. Listen, if the girl, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm sorry. You would have to pay me a lot. You would have to pay me a lot for me to change my sleep schedule because y'all know Ashley don't go to sleep. Ashley really don't go to sleep. Like lately, and it's bad. It's bad. I on my own have not been going to sleep until like after 1. Okay, so imagine having to go to sleep at a certain time to wake up probably like 2-3 o'clock in the morning so that you can get to the radio station by 4 so that y'all can get settled in and get on the air by 7. Girl, it's a lot because you got to do a lot behind the scenes. But she was having a good time. Baby, did y'all hear when she was introducing herself? Everybody was going around because this is a new morning show. Everybody was going around introducing themselves, and then she said, "This is Monique," and then she started speaking in Swahili. She was like, "Yeah, I just came back from the motherland, so I'm just starting to learn Swahili right now." I said, "Oh, you one of those, okay, girl? All right, go ahead and get that little language underneath your belt, you know." So Chris is at home with the kids. He got to get them ready, got to get them fed, got to get them clothed, got to get their homework done, got to get their housework done so that they can go ahead and play on their little iPad. And the little boy, he just, me no want this, me no want that, me no want no pink bow because me no like no bow, no pink bow, me no like pink, me no like this, and me no want to say I because me like saying me. I said, child, these kids, like, he know exactly, because at first I said, what is going on? But then I had to factor in, you kids be stubborn and they know exactly what's going on, okay? And that little boy doing it because he want to. Me know this and me know that. I said, all right, little boy. And Chris is happy for Monique, but his whole thing is like now he got to bear most of the responsibility of getting the kids together and watching after them for the Monday through Friday. And I'm like, okay, and you ain't really got to do, but I mean, I know it's a lot for somebody that don't really do it often, but now you get to see what your wife go through, okay? Because it should have been a 50-50 thing in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. So she doing that, or I should say he doing that, and then, he listening to the radio. He asked the kids, how did your mama sound? And they was like, she's great. And then the oldest one was like, now all my mom's hater has to listen to her. I said, what? What you know about haters? The kids be knowing, okay? The kids be in people business. They probably be talking around them, okay? And they just be standing in the background just listening, knowing they supposed to be asleep or whatever. Meanwhile, Monique is just thankful that Chris is down for her doing her own thing. Then we get this whole situation where Ashley meeting up with the publisher of her book. She's doing somewhat of a self-help book, help book, She said it's not one of those I'm finna hold you by the hand type of situation. It's just one of those down to earth, I'm finna be real, tell you what it is, type of thing. And she just haven't been having enough time to get it through. They're trying to decide whether or not she want to put herself on the cover. Her publisher is trying to tell her this is your product, so you're trying to sell yourself, so therefore you need to be the face of your product. And her whole thing is, she's having a little bit of insecurity, which is understandable, okay? Y'all know me, I talk about my insecurities all the goddamn time, okay? I'm just now in the last, like, a few videos ago, actually, when I filmed in my the car or whatever outside, y'all see more of my frontal. You see a little bit of stomach, you see a little bit of chest, you see all of that. I understand, okay? Because people got stuff to say, and sometimes you're just not happy with the way that you look, or all of that stuff. So she was like, and I'm up here writing about this, telling people that they need to get out of their own way, like y'all be telling me, get out my own way, but yeah, look at what I'm doing. So I need to take my own advice, and yeah, they was like, put that up in the book and all that, okay? Then somehow we get into, is the book finished? The book is not really finished because she's like, she's not finished. So it's like, she's still working on herself, and there was a situation that happened with the winter situation where she thought everything was cool after the lunch, and then kind of find out it really wasn't. The publisher was like, girl, what? Do tell. Because I want to know. I said, you nosy as hell. But yes, do tell. Okay, we want all of the deets. Okay. But we also found out that around 2017, 2018, that was really a tough time in Ashley's life, because DJ Quick's career was really starting to pick up around that time, and she had to drop out of school twice so that she can be more at the house, and because he was gone more. And she was like, at one point, she went into the bathroom and she was just crying for like 24 hours straight. And so she had a doctor's appointment the next day, and the doctor was looking at her with her bloodshot orange eyes, asking her, are you okay? And she was like, yeah. And then that's when they realized that, she did have depression. And, it's one of those situations where when you tell people, yeah, they find out that you had depression, they look at your life and they be like, well, what exactly do you have to be depressed over? And people don't understand till this day that just because people have what you think that they need to succeed in life, and they got everything in the world and all that stuff, that they not depressed. It's a lot of shit that be going on underneath people. Money don't buy you happiness. Money don't buy you, comfortability don't buy you happiness or whatever. Not for everybody, so she put that in the book, and I was like, all right, that's cute. So Monique gets home. Baby, this is one of the realest. After all the shit, we in episode 7. And this is the realest moment that I ever seen from Monique, okay? Out of all 7 damn episodes. When she walked straight up in that door and she pulled all the hair pieces that she had, them extra faux locks, and she just put that shit down on the table. I said, you know what? Felt. Because as soon as I come through the door, it's a bra that's coming off, okay, bitch? Sports bra, off. Let these things swing. She said, this hair gotta breathe. It's understandable, because when I come to the door, when I have my head down, it be hot as fuck outside, so I tied up, but when I come in, I gotta let the shit down. Okay, let the shit breathe, bitch. I said, I felt that. Bitch, we may be getting somewhere, all right? But, she was sitting down there with Chris and, trying to get a little low down on how everything was going, because Chris was sitting there with the little baby, well, the youngest son, Carter, I think that's his name is. And of course he was happy to see her, and they're going over how everything went, and the day was good, and she just got to get used to waking up so early, because she woke up at 3:45. I said 3:45. Sometimes I ain't even going to bed until 3 o'clock. But all right, she waking up at 3:45 in the morning. Oh Lord. Girl, why is people texting me now? Okay, but anyway, she get up at 3:45 in the morning. Now she gotta come home. She trying to take a nap, and he just talking about how, man, this parenting stuff and being around with 3 kids, it's just hard. It was difficult. I gotta wake them up and brush their teeth and fix their breakfast and do their homework and all this. I said, life. And she said, this is the same thing that I've been doing for the past 9 years. All right. And now you get to experience with 3 kids. Okay. 3 goddamn kids. At least Monique had a chance to do it in steps. You know what I'm saying? But now you got to just go ahead and do 3 all together like she do too now. Okay. And it was like, you can't just wing this shit. You got to be prepared. That's what you got to do. So now he understands what she has to go through. And, they talking about how everything went at the radio station, and how this is like a full circle moment for her, because, Chris said, Chris is his, he's being a supportive husband, of course. And he's being her biggest cheerleader, of course. uh that's your spouse, and that is the role that you should be playing, especially when it's something positive like this. He was like, yeah, I know people probably think like, this was what they both were saying, that, all of this was just handed to her and she was just able to get this gig. No, she been doing a lot of stuff, putting in work on the podcast, putting in work on this and all this and woo woo woo, trying to make it seem like, yeah, this just wasn't handed to her. Honestly, I'm not gonna say it wasn't just handed to her, but if it wasn't for the fact that she was his wife, I'm not saying that she couldn't have got it on her own, but we have to be realistic here. If it wasn't for the fact that she was his wife, that's one. Or let's put it in another broader, bigger, major perspective. If it wasn't for the fact that she was on Real Housewives of Potomac and all the stuff that happened on there, it played into the way that she got, her gig. We have to be honest. Okay? But, she said her hard work got her there. We'll give her that. And, Chris was just telling us how when he first met Monique, she was a rapper. And, at first he was thinking about around that time, starting his own record label and, how they come full circle. So he's not shocked by all the stuff that she's accomplishing right now. I said, you better be your wife's support system. And Monique, I better not ever hear you complain about him not supporting you, because that man be, yeah, that's your cheerleader, number one. If ain't nobody else in your corner, bitch, Chris is, okay? Moving on from there, we get Reina and Jamie. This was funny to me. So they said they was a TikTok famous couple. They said that in the first episode, and I still have not gone and tried to find their TikToks. If y'all know they TikTok, put it down in the comments. Because I want to look them up. Because, baby, when I seen Jamie come down those steps with that ring light, I said, what you about to do? And then he was like, baby, rain up. It's TikTok time. I said, TikTok time? You're a grown man. But then I had to take that shit back, because let me tell you something. Some of the older people on TikTok be some of the funniest and best shit on there. The content be great, okay? And she was like, "We finna do a TikTok right now." He said, "Yes." They started talking about how they get paid a little bit of money from TikTok. The other bills is being paid by the other ventures, and the TikTok money is like, go play with it on vacation. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I feel that. I said, y'all must be really getting a lot of views, because I know how it is. People be putting up how much they be getting paid from them the TikTok fund and the creators fund on TikTok, and it don't be a lot. For all the views that they be getting and all the followers that they be getting, it don't be a lot for some people. Mainly the black creators. I'm just saying. But they seem to be doing good and having a good time, so I like it. He put his little wig on and he talking about the car warranty. That shit was funny. Okay, it was funny to me. I chuckled a little bit. But after they got that done, she was like, just want people to see that she do got a fun side to her. She's not so serious all the time. And so she breaks it up, bringing up the whole intuitive healing section, little situation that they had before, and what Terry said. And Terry was like, basically that you were a little bull, you were a little aggressive, and he was like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's right. She said, because you could be a little aggressive with me and the kids. Is it that I'm being disciplining the kids, and that's what it is? And it was like, I mean, okay, well, you could be aggressive to me and you can be a hard discipliner with the kids. I said, all of it means the same. All of it means the same in this case. He's a little much, okay? He's a little hard on everybody. And she was like, it goes back to his childhood, and this is how he was raised, and this is what he was seeing with his father, and the way that his father, raised him. He like, listen, we was in sports, and if I got hurt, it was like, you okay? Okay, get your ass back out there and go ahead and play. That type of situation. So I get it, and he gonna try to work on it, I guess. But the TikTok shit was funny. It was funny. So Ashley is at her little photo shoot for her book, okay? So we bound down to the final thing, And then, she's doing a good job. She's doing a little poses or whatever for her to feel as though she was insecure about, taking a picture. She's did a really good job, And so Monique is there. Monique shows up trying to be a supportive friend or whatever, and they get to talking about everything that's been going on, and I'm so glad that you out here doing what you need to do, and what's the name of your book? Fuck that shit or something like that. And she was like, I said, girl, what was funny about that? I mean, oh my God, wow. But all of that, I said, girl, it just caught me off guard. I said, Monique is just so fucking extra. It's funny to me. But at this point, this is why the episode is called Monique in the Middle. Monique is messy as fuck, and she tries to come off as if she is not. Okay? She's really trying to come off as if she is not messy. Like, she really trying to make it seem like, I'm just trying to mend fences, okay? I'm just hoping everything is good. Because Reina was talking about, what her book is about, talking about, trying to go out and do things for herself, and, whether or not Quick is really being supportive, and, Quick is the type of person, he not thinking in the 1950s mindset, but he has this 1982 mindset, like, okay, go ahead, do your little thing, but he want to do his stuff first and better, sit like that. Okay, we get past that. Monique was just like, yeah, because I'm just this type of person, when I do my thing or whatever, because they don't want to be known for just doing stuff and being their spouse's wives. Okay, that's not what they want to be known for. They have names, they are out here doing it for themselves as well, they're trying to be successful as well. Understandable, right? Monique get into, I forget how it transitioned into her talking about how, she just want to be this. She want to be a peacemaker. She's this and she's that. And even Ashley was like, the one thing that Monique gonna talk about forever is Monique, okay? And maybe she just needs to go ahead and keep on doing that, because she always drops little nuggets when she's talking about other things, okay? And so she said, well, since you are trying to be the peacemaker, speaking on that, this is Ashley. And she was like, yeah, girl. I tried, because listen, when it came down to that lunch with you in Winter, she said, what was going on? Okay, what was that? She said, it was conveyed to me, made me think as if the lunch was a little bit more explosive than what it was. And I'm not even going to tell you. And actually, when we sat down and we had our little conversation, it was a whole lot more that was said that could cause some stuff. I said, now, why you even bring it up? Why you allude to it? Now, I know maybe Ashley was the one that brought it up about, trying to get a clarity, just call her out for this, trying to be a peacemaker type of thing, but not really peacemaking, just causing a lot of mess. And even then, Monique, you still could have been like, I mean, I know, I tried, but we passed that situation and moved on to a whole nother subject. That's what your ass could have fucking did. But no, we need a little drama for the show. So what we gonna do? We gonna be like, girl, I ain't even tell you everything that was said. Because, I mean, she was talking about y'all husbands too. I ain't gonna tell you the names that she said. What she say? What she say? Girl, I mean, I ain't trying to... I'm just saying, what she say. She called your husband DJ Fun Size, because she still kind of pissed off at what your husband said at the little dinner, calling her, just because you do hair don't mean that you a specialist or some shit like that. The little comment that he made about her when she said she was a relationship specialist or whatever. And so she was like, all right, cool. Now see, Ashley was ready to go off, but when she found out what it was, she just laughed at it. She was like, I mean, it's an old tired ass joke. Yeah, he's short, but come on. I guess she thought that it was going to make me piss more than it was, and more than it actually did. Like, come on, it's a lame joke. Been there, done that. Wrote it, have the book, took a picture. All of that shit. And then she called, she was like, what'd she say about Reina? Oh, call Jamie, red light special, because Reina said that, there'd be some times that she was trying to call him and he wouldn't answer the phone, and it'd be late at night, and then when he finally answered the phone, he'd be like, oh, there, baby, I fell asleep at the light at the red light because I was drunk or something like that. Now I'm sitting here listening to this whole thing, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, Monique. Why are you being this messy and then want to act like you're literally trying to keep the peace? You did not have to tell them girls that information, bitch. You didn't have to tell them shit to begin with. Okay, from what happened between you and what the girl named Winter at your little lunch, that should have stayed between y'all. But of course, you had to be the messenger, the bone collector. Go tell the other girls so that they can get pissed off. We try to resolve it again, and now you finna tell her some shit so that it could get stirred back up. Girl, it's some shit that you just keep to your goddamn self, okay? You didn't have to say that, and then try to sit there talk about something, because it's like, everybody got a problem with Winter, and I'm just trying to tell them, like, this is not the girl that I know. Like, she's a girl's. So now it's like I need to sit down and actually talk to Winter and figure this out and see if this really who she is or not. Baby, I would not be. How you not being a friend to Winter either, because you throwing her under the bus, bitch. Oh my God. You keep putting her shit out there. Like, girl. And that's how I realized that y'all not really friends like that. Y'all just internet friends, okay? Y'all not friends like that because y'all associates. Because, bitch, real friends don't throw real friends under the bus like this and keep shit going like that. If we trying to all keep the peace. Girl, I said mo fucking niece. And she wanted them to meet up. Girl, no, ain't nothing to meet up. And now you finna sit down and want to meet up with Winter to try to get to the bottom of what? Just all you need to know is shit was said and people don't get along. And that is fine. Let it go, girl. Damn, you bored? You got a lot to do. Why are you meddling? I don't understand. So, Chris and DJ Quick, they go to get a little masseuse under the legs, the little massage therapy. And, yeah, this is the time where they just opened up to each other about, what's going on in their household and, changing places with their wives, okay? Because now, especially in Chris' household, he said, listen, it took a minute to get used to the fact that I'm no longer the one that's out front. It's Monique that's out front. And, Quick is getting used to the fact that, Ashley is trying to be this entrepreneur with her podcast, with her books and all of that, and trying to get her independence a little bit. And, taking a back seat to certain things, and you're not realizing that all of the stuff that they had to go through and what they had to deal with on a daily basis, because they never had to deal with it, and they realized that it's hard, okay? It's hard, and they just go through all of that and talking about the intuitive healing situation, and Chris was very impressed with him, with Quick, and all the things that he was saying, and he was like, I really don't cry. But you almost made me cry when I was listening to you and all that stuff. Listen, okay, at this point, I want to feel like that scene was real, but just a slight part of me just felt like it was put together for a scene. It was put together for a scene. It just, because I don't know. It just felt like Chris was coming off as if one of those people that went to therapy and now they feel like they're therapists themselves, and they can tell people what they need to hear, what they should be doing, and they know the right words to say because they went to at least 2 sessions. And he did bring up therapy because Quick was talking about all of the issues that was going on in his household, and how he never cried because his father, when he was 10 years old, told him a man don't supposed to cry. He didn't cry at his mother's funeral. And that's one of the occasions where you should be crying because that's your mom, especially if you love her, And he was like, because where he come from, if you do stuff like that and you open up and you get your feelings out there, that'll get you hurt. And, Chris was talking about his relationship with his father and how, things was in his household growing up with a father that was in Vietnam and, abusive and, things of that such, and how he had to go to therapy to release a lot of stuff because a lot of things that goes on in a lot of our adult lives do spring and come from the end results that we did not realize from our childhood traumas, okay? And that was the base of what they were talking about, and I appreciated that fact. I will say this, whether I feel like the scene was put together or not, or they was being genuine or not, or Chris was acting like Mr. Therapist, I did like the fact that you have these men that are actually sitting down talking to each other about the feelings that they are feeling, and Chris bringing up therapy, and of course Quick is like, no, Ashley suggested therapy and all that, because he's not emotional. He's emotional. He can't cry. He just doesn't show it. And he's just not the type of person that want to sit down and talk to somebody else about his issues, like, what you gonna do for me? And Chris is just like, he likes to talk. I'm pretty sure he do, and I can tell that he does. He needs therapy, and I'm pretty sure he will benefit from it. He goes real deep with it. Girl, it be making me think about when Rox be doing her reviews and she be saying, Chris ain't gotta be deep, okay? Chris, you ain't gotta be deep. But when he was in that confessional, baby, he tried to go a little bit deep, okay? He tried to psychoanalyze that man. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give Chris a pass. Because we hearing, and maybe it's kind of throwing me off because when they were on Real Housewives of Potomac, we didn't really hear that much from Chris. All this talk or whatever, and him being as vocal as he is now. So I feel like that's what's throwing me off, because now we get to hear him and he's saying a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? So he's not playing background to his wife. On this show, it's about Monique and him. It's about all the couples, not just the wives being the center. You know what I'm saying? So it was a decent scene. It was a decent scene. Why is Peter gonna be on the next episode? And I'm talking about Cynthia Bailey Peter, Peachtree Peter. But anyway, girl, Reina is going to get a consultation to get a skinny BBL. Mama ain't got no fat on her body. And if she do, because Ashley was there, she was like, girl, you ain't got no fat on your body, okay? Like, what? She's just trying to get a little plumpness, okay? And trying to get a little bit of hips, all right? But baby, you gotta have some little hip dips. You gotta have some little fat. You gotta have something to put to get the BBL, okay? And the doctor was able to find a little pocket of fat. He said, I mean, she got a nice body. She has a nice body. She really does. And like Ashley said, little booties matters, okay? But she's trying to be in the way that she wants to be. This is going back to what the intuitive healer said, that she always felt like she needs to be perfect. And being on social media, you're looking at people and you're looking at this ideal of what they look like, and you're like, oh, she's beautiful, or this is what I need to look like, or this and all this. And even people that you see walking down the street, and even Ashley was like, I mean, you have to understand that people Photoshop themselves, okay? A lot of shit that we see on social media is not real, so, but it's understandable that people want to achieve or want to look a certain way. And the doctor was trying to, he found a little bit of something. They gonna find something, okay? They gonna find something. Told her to rest about it. And girl, Ashley said, I need to get my pussy pockets or whatever fixed under my arm. I said, what? Me and the doctor said, what? And they said that's auxiliary fat. Okay, that's what we call that, She said, because, when the fat underneath your arm that look like a vagina. I said, girl, I knew what she was talking about, but damn, sometimes we just be a little much. I said, girl, you could have just said, I need to get the fat from my underarms just tighten up. That's all you could have said. You didn't have to be so goddamn vulgar. But anyway, so when the doctor leave out or whatever, they go ahead, they start talking about how things been going. It's cute. Okay, but girl, did I tell you this whole situation about how, I went out with DJ Quick? Not DJ Quick. I went to dinner to lunch with Winter and what's her face? Monique. And it's like, they saying this, one person saying this thing, one person saying that, everything all bumble up and all this shit, woo woo woo. So it's like all the confusion is going on. Okay, fine, we get that. But this is where I want to go to. So, of course, the same way I felt about Monique opening up her goddamn mouth and telling Ashley about the whole fun size and red light special thing, of course, now Ashley got to go tell Reina. Now, at the same time, I'm sitting here listening, and I get Reina. Honestly, I just feel like y'all putting too much on it. Yes, Winter was saying some things. And yes, she gave y'all husbands a nickname. Was it kind of disrespectful? Yeah. But was it so goddamn bad that y'all gotta get so fucking upset. You gotta go confront the girl. The shit was funny to a certain extent, especially the fun size. It was late, it was old, it was tired, but I still chuckled at it. And actually, you chuckled at it too, okay? But I guess with Reina, it kind of hit a little different because red light could also mean, red light special. Y'all know that means like the red light special, the red light district, picking up women and prostitutes and stuff like that. That can also be the implication. So if that gets out, that's what I can understand her frustrations about that. And she said, do you think something wrong with her? Like, do you think that she mentally stable? Somebody that'll do something like that to their head, and then especially after the marriages that she had. And it was like, you know what? Ashley said, we ain't got shit in common, because she was trying to make it seem like, I don't want your husband. And she was like, that's fine, because my husband not a scammer, okay? That's what we don't have in common. We don't like scammers over here. I said, come on. So, of course, Reina has to go meet up with Winter. And again, all of this back and forth. Okay, we get it. The message got crossed. You meant it one way, it was conveyed another way. We get that part, all right? Cool. So I'm thinking everything about to be alright at this moment. But then the whole situation about the fun size and the nicknaming of the husband and the red light special come up. And of course, Reina has an issue with it because her whole thing is, I'm not giving you nicknames. Why are you doing that or whatever? And then why are you telling other people about it? And she said, this is where Winter lost me. Winter said, well, I was talking to my homegirl and you never said not to, because I know Monique for 15 years. I said socially. Y'all ain't good girlfriends because y'all wouldn't be acting like this. I just don't understand, because Winter, I be going over there to Monique place and cussing her ass out because she putting you into a lot of shit as well, okay? That bitch is throwing you underneath the goddamn bus, all right? And I just wouldn't sit there and take that stuff. And so she was like, you didn't sit there and you didn't tell me not to say nothing about this. And I said, hold up. You just now getting to know this person. Why would you want to go spreading somebody's business anyway? Like, if I'm having a conversation with you, I shouldn't have to tell you not to tell nobody this. I'm trying to open up to you. I'm trying to see if I can trust you. And yeah, you don't know not to open up your mouth and go spread my shit around town? What the fuck? I don't get. And I said Monique, the whole town at this point, because look who's spreading the shit. Okay? Look why we here. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, what? And that's when Reina said, are you okay? Like, are you mentally stable? Like, because, you went through the divorces and shit. And Winter was like, what? I said, now, Reina, what we not going to do is that. What we not going to do is that. We not going to play on anybody mental because you've been through 26 years of bullshit probably with Jamie, and we can say the same thing about your ass because we don't know all the ins and outs about your shit, okay? Now, granted, the stuff, some of her logic on Winter logic is a little twisted or whatever, or out of the ordinary, I'm going to say, not say twisted, I'm going to say out of the ordinary from what you may think. But, girl, we ain't going to play on her mental like that, okay? Don't do that. We don't play with mental health like that. That's not funny. And I'm just sitting here like, that was rude as shit. That was rude as shit. Okay? But Winter, you was full of shit with that whole, well, you didn't tell me. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you. You don't know this person, so why are you telling the business? You know what I'm saying? That should have stayed between you two. Y'all trying to gain a friendship or whatever. So that should have stayed between y'all two. But at this point, I was just like, what is going on? Y'all are making a mountain out of a molehill, and I am over this goddamn conversation. And if I gotta hear this shit again next week, oh bitch, I'm going off. Because we are. We are. Can we get something else? At this point, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna just say it. DC is cute, but it's not giving me what I was expecting. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Peace.